So for those of y'all that don't know, I'm being stalked by a group of people. Go to my page, watch my YouTube videos. My link is in my bio for more information. But right now, like, it's a long ass story, right? So right now this video is basically about the fact that my mother is helping them. When I go to sleep, she lets people in the house at night. I live with her or whatever, and she lets people in the house at night. And I've woken up with countless marks on my body. I've woken up to a man straddling me. I've woken up to a man sitting at the foot of my bed, tickling my feet. I've woken up to a man running out of the apartment. I've woken up to a woman running out of the apartment. And this is many times. Like, I woke up to a guy running out of the apartment like a few times. Woke up to a woman running out of the apartment that I remember once though. And it's been going on for some time. Long story short, I'm always threatening to press charges against her. Like, I went to court a month ago and I got an order of protection against her in, what was it, May 31st or some shit like that. And I didn't go pursue the order of protection because while the order of protection was in effect, she wasn't harassing me. Like, I didn't wake up to nobody on me type shit. I didn't wake up to no marks on my body. Actually, since I got the order of protection, I only had a few marks on my body, on my arm or whatever. I'm gonna get to that later. But since I had the order of protection, the amount of marks that I would wake up on my body decreased and shit like that. So, like, I didn't wake up to open wounds on my body type shit. Anyway, so I know this all sounds crazy, but y'all will have to know everything. But that's what I'm saying. Go to my page, go watch my YouTube videos and shit like that. Long story short, I didn't pursue the order of protection because of the simple fact that there was nothing going on while the order of protection was in effect. When I got the order of protection against her, she stopped fucking with me, you feel me? She left me alone, so I didn't pursue the order of protection. I didn't go to court. You could go, you don't have to go to court. Like, if you don't want to pursue it, you don't have to go to court. They'll just drop it or whatever. Long story short, I didn't go to court. As soon as the order of protection was no longer in effect, she starts harassing me again. I had to call the cops on her a week ago. She puts shit in my food, it gives me a headache. And like, while I'm eating, she'll pretend to come to the kitchen to do whatever the fuck, but she'll put something in my food, and like, she'll do it casually, and I'll get a headache. If she's not there, I won't get the headache. If she's not near me while I'm eating, I won't get the headache. It's when she comes over to me and puts whatever it is in my food. Anyway, that's a whole nother story too. My point is, I called the cops on her last week, and the cops came, and I posted the cop video on my YouTube. I posted the video of me waiting for the cops on my YouTube. Then when the cops got there, I posted another video on YouTube of me telling the cops what happened. So tell me how she goes to court the day after it happened and tells them that I'm making false allegations against her, basically saying that she lets people in while I'm sleeping, that she lets men do shit to me when I'm sleeping, and that what else she says? That, oh, she says that she told the court that she thinks I'm capable of hurting her. She told the court that she thinks I'm capable of hurting her and shit like that because I'm making up all these lies about her to the cops, supposedly. Like, she's saying I'm lying about all this shit. So what's crazy is, when I was younger, I was in foster homes. So who's capable of hurting who? You feel me? Like, she used to beat me and shit, and I had to go to foster homes and shit like that. Anyways, that's a whole nother story, right? My point is that she went to court the day after I called the cops on her last week and got some subpoena shit, a petition, saying that I'm making these false allegations against her, and she's scared or whatever. She fears that I'm gonna hit her or some shit. Oh, and she lied to the court. She said that I told the cops that she hit me, but I didn't tell the cops that she hit me. And like I said, I recorded the whole time while the cops was there. So I have the video of me telling the cops everything I told them, and I did not say that she hit me. She didn't hit me, so I didn't say that to the cops. Why would I say that if she didn't hit me? So she told the court that I told the cops that she hit me. And she told the court that I told the cops that she's poisoning her food. She told the court that I got an order of protection against her because of these same shits before, and that I didn't go to court on the court date to pursue it. So now look at this shit. Petition Melanie Moses, that's me. Sonia Muhammad is her against me, Melanie Moses. And she tells the court this. Like, this is actually the first page or whatever, so I gotta go to court tomorrow. You see how it says July 10, 2018 at 9 a.m., whatever the fuck. Right? So look what she tells the court. Look at this shit. My bad, it's a fucked up ass video, but look at what she tells the court. And it's kind of getting dark too. Look what it says. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna just read it. Petitioner states on July 2nd she called police. Petitioner states on July 2nd she called police. She meaning me, that I called police, right? Stated to them that I'm poisoning her food, that I hit her, and that I am bringing men into my house who are hurting her. if I wake up with marks on my body, by the way, I'm sleeping when they do this shit to me. When I get the marks on my body, it's when I'm fucking sleeping, mind you. I'll be sleeping and shit. Like I said, I've woken up to men running out the apartment. I've woken up to men sitting at the foot of my bed. I've woken up to a man straddling me and like pinching me with some shit. And then the next morning when I woke up, there was like a mark on my a mark like around my pubic area and shit. So obviously if I'm waking up to the shit, which means they doing it while I'm sleeping, that's another thing, right? Anyway, so it says that I hit her and that I'm bringing men to my house who are hurting her, all of which is completely untrue. So these marks that's all over my body that I got videos of and pictures of, open wounds, that ass pus and blood coming out of my fucking, of these marks on my body, of these wounds and shit that I post, that I take pictures of and post, and I put them shits all on my backup. My backup is at For The Culture 11, FORTHECULTURE 11, at For The Culture 11, right? So go to my backup and you see all types of pics, all types of videos of this, of blood and pus coming out the wounds that I fucking wake up with and shit. And the reason why I never got her arrested, the reason why I never really went to the cops, the reason why I only went to court and got an order of protection against her is to like give her a warning. The reason why when I called the cops last week I didn't get her arrested was to give her a warning and shit. But I'm always posting on my page that I'm gonna press charges against her. And honestly, the other day I was thinking about going to the fucking precinct and pressing charges against her. But that's like, I don't like that bitch. I'm gonna keep it 100. Not all mothers are created equal and shit like that, you feel me? But at the end of the day, that's still my mother. So when I think about doing these things, when I think about going to fucking get her arrested and shit, I think about my grandmother, who's her mother, who passed away and shit. My grandmother, if there's a heaven or whatever the fuck, even if there's not, she's probably turning in her grave, seeing this shit, watching what's going on. So when I think about going to press charges against her, I think about my grandmother, and then I don't do it because I end up feeling bad. Like, my grandmother would not have wanted any of this shit going down, you feel me? So like, I don't do it. I don't press charges against my mother. I could easily go to the cops right now and show them this petition shit and say, look, she's over here starting this shit because I'm always posting that I'm gonna press charges against her and shit like that. So she's doing this shit to me first. She's doing a petition shit to me first. To like, so like, let's say I call the cops again, she's gonna say, oh, but I have the order of protection against her. You feel me? So then they're gonna be like, oh, well, she has the order of protection against you. Why would she have order of protection? You know, they're gonna be asking questions and shit. And the reason why, when I called the cops last week, they started off by saying they couldn't help me, basically. That if she's putting shit in my food, I have to go to the hospital and they have to do blood work on me and find it and shit. But if she's putting shit in my food, I'm not gonna fucking eat the shit. You feel me? Why would I eat the shit? That don't make no sense. Why would I want to get the headache? If I know that she put something in my food, why would I eat it? So I told them that, and I was like, and I had an order of protection against her, and when the order of protection was in effect, she wasn't fucking me or nothing. But when I let the order of protection go, like when I dropped the shit or whatever, all of a sudden she started harassing me again. Once they heard order of protection, they was like, okay, order of protection, all right, let's go in there and tell her that she can't be harassing you. So they went in there and told her whatever. I was in the hallway, I wasn't recording what they was telling her. But they came out and said, oh, that they told her that to stay away from me and shit. Like when I'm in the apartment, to give me my space and not to fuck with me, not to harass me, basically. So anyways, she's doing all this shit because she's scared that I'm gonna go press charges against her and shit like that, because I'm always posting about the fact that I'm gonna press charges against her. And the shit that she does to me, the shit that if she's letting men in the house and shit, that shit is fucking, what you call that? That shit is some serious shit. That shit ain't no game, you feel me? Ain't no cop, ain't no judge, ain't no nothing gonna be like, oh, you know, that don't matter. That shit ain't no game, that shit is serious. Anyway, so she put, what did she say? All of which is completely untrue. I already read that part. I now fear for my safety because I believe she is capable of hurting me. Stop it. Stop it, my nigga. I deadass hit my mother in my life. I hit my mother one time because she came in the bathroom and she starts punching me in my fucking head because she's a fucking nut. This bitch is a fucking nut. I gotta come to the light or whatever because it's dark on this side. It's more lit up over here where the sun is going down. But anyways, it's kind of like the same shit though. So I hit my mother one time when she came in the bathroom and started punching my head. I hit that bitch back, like, don't fucking touch me or whatever, because I'm a grown-ass woman. I ain't no little kid where you can hit me and do whatever the fuck, and I'm gonna be like, and cry and shit like that. Like, no. So she's saying that she now fears that I'm capable of hurting her. Meanwhile, I went to foster care and shit because this bitch is a psychopathic bitch who used to beat me and shit like that. But she's in fear that I'm gonna hurt her. She basically scared that I came out like her and shit. She basically scared that she raised me to be like her. Basically, that's what she's saying. Anyways, I now fear for my safety. It's still like dark as fuck, but oh well. I now fear for my safety because I believe she is capable of hurting me. I believe she is mentally ill and I have pleaded with her to seek medical attention. She has not spoken to me in 2 years. She thinks I'm mentally ill because I'm not gonna talk to a sick bitch. I'm not gonna talk to someone. Something's wrong with my mother, you feel me? Like, a lot of y'all that's watching, that's why y'all follow my story and shit. Some of y'all probably think I'm crazy too because I be talking about how these people stalk me. I be talking about I be waking up with these shits and why wouldn't I go to cops? I just explain why I wouldn't go to the cops and shit, like why I didn't go to the cops, whatever. My point is that, like, against my mother and shit, my point is that regardless if y'all think I'm crazy or not, y'all still follow me, right? It's been proven that bitch, something's wrong with that bitch, you feel me? Like, she wants everybody to be like her. She wants everybody to be miserable like her. Like, she's old, fucking miserable and shit. She been miserable her whole life and shit like that. So she wants everybody to be like that because you know what they say, misery loves company and shit like that. But I'm nothing like that. I'm nothing like her, thank God. But anyways, I believe she is mentally ill and I have pleaded with her to seek medical attention. She has not spoken to me in 2 years. This bitch is out of her mind. I haven't spoken to her in 2 years and I will never speak to that bitch. Yo, if there's a fucking $1 billion on the table, if they got $1 billion and say, yo, have a relationship with your mother, we'll give you $1 billion, I'll be like, no, I'll be broke for the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck. Because with that $1 billion, having her in my life is still gonna be shit. That $1 billion don't mean shit with that bitch in my life. I know once I get away from her for good type shit, you know, I'm gonna be good. Like, every time I get away from that bitch, I'm always good. Every time I get away from that bitch. Like, when I was 18 and I moved on campus, I'm good. Every time I'm around her and shit like that, ever since I moved back with her, like, something's wrong with that bitch. Like, she likes to argue and her whole family's the same way. Like, her sisters and shit like that, they the same exact way and shit. Wait, the light's over here. Anyways, so like her whole family's the same exact way. Like, they like to argue. They don't like to have peace in their life. They all miserable and shit. My grandmother, may also rest in peace, but she was miserable too, you feel me? Like, she died miserably. Like, she was 75 years old and she was just miserable. Like, I think most of her life she was just miserable and shit like that. And I'm not gonna be like that, but my mother's following in her footsteps and shit like that. Anyways, look, this is the whole shit. It's kind of still light out here, but she has not spoken to me in 2 years. I was issued a subpoena on June 12, 2018. I was here in family court. She filed for an order of protection stating the same allegations she told police on July 2nd, 2018. She did not show up to family court on June 12th. I'm looking at this shit like, this bitch is out of her mind. That's what the fuck I'm looking at this shit thinking. So I gotta go to court tomorrow because she put this petition shit. Oh, look what it says. Look what the fuck this shit says. I'm just showing y'all so y'all can see everything that I'm reading is here. This is all everything. I have not made any previous application to any court or judge for the relief requested in this petition. Wherefore, petitioner respectfully requests this court to adjudge the respondent to have committed the family offenses alleged, enter an order of protection specifying conditions of behavior to be observed by the respondent in accordance with section blah 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 blah. Petitioner requests exclude the respondent from the place petitioner lives. This bitch trying to evict you. Mind you, she evicted me before. She did evict me before, whatever, when I was living in her crib rent free, not paying rent and shit like that. She evicted me, so I do have an eviction on my record because she evicted me before and shit like that. But back then it was like, I guess she didn't want me there because I was like eating up all her food, wasting on her light bill and shit like that. Really not putting no money to the shit. I did get evicted by her before. But look, exclude the respondent from the place petitioner lives, stay away from petitioner and petitioner's home, order such other and further relief as the court deems just and proper. I have the same exact paper from me against her though. Like I said, when I went to court to get an order of protection against her, I got the same exact paper from me against her. And I was just gonna put this on my Instagram channel shit, but I'm realizing it's 14 fucking minutes and the most you can put over there is 10 minutes. So now I gotta put this on my YouTube. So I'm gonna put a little bit of it on Instagram And the rest, you know, the whole shit on my YouTube basically, and a little bit on my Instagram. But look at this shit. Tell me how this shit ain't crazy, my nigga. Like, this is an actual court document. Like, look at all this shit. File number, this shit says file number 182395, docket number. Sonia Muhammad against Melanie Moses. This bitch is straight up fucking nut, son. This bitch a nut. Sometimes I wish I had a normal mother. Sometimes I be thinking about, like, damn, I wish I had a normal mother. I wish I had a normal family and shit. But I don't know. I guess this teaches me that some people are just, like, fucking crazy. Some people are just retarded. Some people are out of this world, insane type shit. And this shows it right here. So they just issued this to me right now today. This shit says fucking dated July 3rd. Look when it was dated, my niggas. July 3rd. Dated July 3rd, 2018. Date time to show up to court is July 10th. So it was dated the motherfucking day after I called the cops to my house last week. And look what it says. July 10th that I gotta go. So they just gave the shit to me today. They literally just gave the shit to me like, well, an hour ago. The cops came and gave it to me an hour ago. And I was gonna record the cops giving it to me. But I wasn't expecting them, obviously. Like, I was just chilling in the room doing whatever the fuck I was doing. And she starts calling my name. Like I said, I haven't spoken to her in 2 years. So why the fuck she calling my name? Every time she speaks to me, like, all she did is curse me out, by the way, and call me names and be like, oh, you gotta get the fuck up out of here and shit like that. We haven't spoken like a real conversation in 2 years. We haven't spoken a real conversation in more than 2 years. Like, that bitch is just a nut. Like, there's been times where I stopped talking to her for months and shit because she's a fucking real insane person. And she would just that ass call my job and speak to my managers, son. She would call my job and speak to my managers and be like, oh, I haven't spoken to my daughter. Is my daughter there? Can you put her on the phone? My fucking managers would come find me at the job and be like, oh, your mother's on the phone at my place of work. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? Anyways, so I'm gonna be at court tomorrow. You know I'm fucking making a video at court tomorrow. Fuck that, I'm gonna make a video at court tomorrow. And in the courtroom, a lot of times they don't let you record shit. So I'm gonna have my voice recorder on in the car. My voice recorder is pretty good. You can hear it loud and clear. Like, if someone's far away speaking, you can hear it loud and clear. Like, it's good. So basically, yeah, just subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Crowns by Society. If y'all, most likely, if y'all watching this, y'all already following me or whatever. But yeah, so I'll get back to y'all tomorrow when I go to court, right? Bye.